So this was the go home episode of Monday Night Raw for Clash in Paris, taking place this Sunday night. Obviously, we got a lot of division, a lot of fatal four-way stuff with Seth Rollins, Jey Uso, LA Knight, and CM Punk. We also got Roman Reigns here to kick off the show. Roman Reigns came out here, massive response I think they were in Birmingham, England, Birmingham, UK. Massive response as always. Number one for Roman Reigns because he's obviously just on that different level, different aura, but also international crowds are super red hot, especially for Roman Reigns. He came out here and, to my surprise, he mentioned a lot of things here. He mentioned Cody. That met to the reaction of a couple of boos. It wasn't like notable, like, everybody was booing Cody, but it was to the point of even Roman acknowledged it and said, this is interesting, but regardless, after that, we had Bronson Reed come out here with Paul Heyman to talk shit to Roman Reigns. This set up a big brawl afterwards between Roman and Bronson Reed. Now going into Clash in Paris, I still stick with my predictions that Roman Reigns is going to get his win against Bronson Reed, reclaim back his Shula Fala, the tribal thief from Bronson Reed. I do believe that's going to take place. Following that, we also had the announcement of Stephanie Vaquer. A lot of people were wondering what was going to take place with Stephanie Vaquer at Clash in Paris, because if you remember, she's owed that guaranteed championship match, and since Naomi isn't here, she isn't the champion. Since we have a vacant women's champion, a lot of people were kind of asking what the deal was with that. And they kind of came up with the most laziest excuse as far as that goes, because I was over here pitching a possible Io Sky Stephanie Vaquer match at Clash in Paris. I think that would be money. I think the crowd will love it. I think it's a great opportunity to have both women on the PLE. Also Stephanie Vaquer, because she really hasn't been involved in anything major on the main roster. But we got the most laziest excuse here for what they're going to do. So next week, apparently, Adam Pearce made it official that next week he's going to have a challenger for Stephanie Vaquer. We don't know if this is going to take place next week and they're going to have a match and they're going to crown the new women's champion next week, or if they're going to save this for possible WrestlePalooza, considering the fact that they want to make that ESPN debut like the next hot shit that they're doing. So they may end up crowning a new women's champion all the way until then, which is a month away. We also, for Clash in Paris, got announced officially Becky Lynch against Nikki Bella here. They had a nice little back and forth here between both ladies. Nikki Bella stood tall against Becky Lynch. I don't see this really going good for Nikki Bella as far as the pay-per-view goes. I do believe Becky is going to get the W here against Nikki Bella. I think it's probably just a featured match here that they want to have. This was also sort of announced last minute between Becky and between Nikki. I think Becky Lynch is probably going to come out with the win here. We also have the sort of ongoing storyline that they're telling between Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, and Asuka, and primarily, all those three women. Of course, Kairi Sane is in there, but for the most part, it's between those three women. Obviously, Io Sky tonight told Rhea Ripley that they should kind of go their own separate ways. They shouldn't, really be seen together. And Rhea respected that, and then Rhea had a match against Roxanne Perez, and then afterwards we get the whole shabash with, the Judgment Day, Raquel and Roxanne taking out Rhea Ripley. Of course, Io Sky comes out here and saves Rhea Ripley. Afterwards, you see Asuka get legitimately pissed off at Io Sky, and they're kind of, like I said, running this angle of what is Asuka, what are her intentions, the whole kind of breakup angle here that they're running between Io, Asuka, and Rhea. So I do believe that eventually you'll probably see an Asuka heel turn. And the last little thing I want to mention here was Braun Breaker against LA Knight. This was the main event match. Before the match, Roman Reigns attacked Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. After this match, we had a lot of shabash here because we had Seth Rollins come out here, we had CM Punk come out here, we had Jey Uso come out here, and eventually Seth Rollins retreats, and we get all three men, all three challengers sort of in the ring, and it starts to break down, and Jey Uso eventually super kicks CM Punk, and Jey Uso stands tall as the sole man here in the ring here for the go home show. So obviously that tells us that Jey Uso isn't going to win, nor should he really. And I do kind of like that they're somewhat teasing the tensions between all three guys, because obviously they need something to hook you with as far as that goes. And I thought it was okay sort of sell for the last a little bit for this match, but obviously you know that Seth isn't going to win, so like this is going to be a good match, but I'm obviously kind of already taken out of it because I know Seth ain't fucking losing, so what's the point, you know what I mean? But that seems to be kind of the whole direction that WWE is going in right now. Good yet predictable. But let me know what you guys think down below of Monday Night Raw from Birmingham, England, overseas. Let me know what your thoughts are down below, and until next time, I will see all of you on the next one.